Dumb. Thanks for all your questions. And that night we talked to each other, and that you promised that you would do everything in your power to try to make it so I could go to Final Three. I knew that. I 100% knew that. But now you've given me a loaded question in front of a jury when I in my heart know the kind of game that you played, that with all I give you, you'll probably give your vote to Heather. I'm hoping that you will look at my game as different as being different from yours and Heather's, and that's why I'm here and not you. It gets heartbreaking when you go to final twos and you feel sometimes you deserve a vote from somebody and you don't get it. In answer to your question, though, yes, I absolutely 100% was happy that you and I wanted to go to Final Three together, and that you would do everything in your power to try to get me there. But I'm also part of getting myself to Final Three. And, the votes, the way we sent the votes and everything, I was part of that. I did that too myself. I can't give total credit to you or anybody else. So let's be fair. And did I want to be with you and just use you for safety to get to Final Three? I don't play games like that. No. But I will say that as the game progressed and I got the fight and will in me to go to Final Two, that things started running through my head. But I want you to remember that I begged you, no disrespect to you, Heather, I begged you to give Heather up, which I knew was your Final Two, and I wanted you to be my Final Two. And I begged you, and I did that. Okay, another thing. What is something different, a move? Let me see what the question is. Very hospitable people, gorgeous women. How'd you love that? You're asking me to point out one pro move that Heather has that I didn't have. I would have to say that Heather has a killer instinct play. She protects her alliance, but in the super kill mode, she shows her kill mode is very obvious. No disrespect to you, Heather. Very villainous. She's going to do what she's got to do. She's a challenge beast, but so are you. And that's something I'm not great at. I can be fair. She's also a challenge beast and a villain to get to the win and take her alliance. I'm not as killer mode as that. So that's something I don't have that she has. Another question. Your family was the Navy. Still is, boy. Which is why I need to get a shorter meeting. Not until we finish. Do I regret any particular moves in this game? No, I don't. I just hate that I broke your heart and took Heather instead of you. I'm not sure if you can look at it with an open mind, but you wouldn't have taken me to Final Two, and I knew that. And you never promised me that you would take me to Final Two. I had wanted things to change up for you to be Final Two. There was the two I wanted in Final Three was you and Beth. And then it could have gone any way it could have went. Beth stood beside me just like you did Heather. And actually something I did hurt Beth in this thing by giving the votes out the way I did. I mean, but we unknowingly don't know what we're going to do. We think about it, and then I got to win that thing. So, what was the next question? Agent asked you a question, Briggs. Crews work long hours. They're tired, edgy. There's an amphetamine ADHD cocktail that's being run around. If I wasn't going to be in Final Two, would I replace myself with another player? Believe me, I wish I knew. There's all kinds of players, but the way you played your game with Heather and the way I played mine with Beth, and there were some other players that were part of alliances to get me here too. But she made it to Final Four, so I'm going to say, had I had to replace myself with anybody, she made it to Final Four. she would have deserved to take my place if a replacement spot had been given to what I am now. She stood beside me. She was honorable. She was as honorable as you and Beth were. And I hope that I gain your vote. Don't let a broken heart stop you from giving me your vote. But I understand if Heather gets it. She was your alliance partner. But I played a different game. And it got me here, darling, and it didn't get you here. And it wasn't a killer game. I wasn't great in challenges. But I was a force to be reckoned with. When I was sick, Dom, couldn't take pain medicine, and I wanted to get to the final two, and I was going to do what it takes, just like my dream of never giving up for 15 years for Survivor. I hope I gain your vote. If I've forgotten anything, let me know. I love you. And thanks for being part of me getting here. I love you, Dom. You're a beautiful, wonderful player. But give me your vote.